sure, Hypoc. This is going to be a tough one with a Neon for FENNEL against Nachi's Cypher.
Well, this is the thing. This is the perfect Sentinel to counter this double duelist, right? With this kind of almost raw aggression. They're going to look to kind of overwhelm once again. I'm liking actually they've stuck to this composition because
no flashes against this is going to be so hard. Okay, let's see what they got. Double duelist is going to be fast. It's going to be so fast. Smoke's going to land here.
Potentially shut that down.
Let's see if that will be the case. The third map now of this series between Team Liquid and FENNEL. As FENNEL are taking
I wonder if they start throwing this smoke as a default, because the main reason that they want to keep this smoked off a lot of the time is because the camera spots this. So now that the smoke goes up, the camera vision only goes towards here, which now creates pressure over towards here. Okay, so that's why you see on the minimap the Viper is now just having to look over towards top middle. So you might see this smoke a lot of the time. And because there was a timing, the Viper pretty much has to stay here or clear this. So this is pretty nice from FENNEL at the beginning. Drone goes in.
Exactly. It's left towards that ladder, but it still works for a couple of kills here for Nachi. Going for the third, and yes, indeed. Tripping over that one, Kurumi gets punished. And that spike down. Koharu by herself. Nice little dink, but she's down to 13 HP. This is not going to be too easy to do, especially now that the defenders are closing in on her.
Wouldn't off as the drone watching. There was a drone here, and it didn't spot the person backside, and it didn't spot the person here.
Making use of that early peak. No pressure coming towards the tripwire, so got to assume that all of that pressure is coming on towards site, and find some massive kills on the way in here. Suzu just not even considering the possibility. Maybe anticipating a much deeper hold on the back of it being a Cypher.
Yeah. At least what I like from the duelist is they went on in the middle pretty much.
Yeah, that's
trying to split up that area, trying to see what we're setting up here for Nachi. See if
that one's
that in the later rounds.
Yeah, I don't have an answer for that one. Actually, I'm trying to work it out from the POV of the drone. It should at least see one of them. We'll call it unlucky.
Both duelists sure run it down, but they have to clear
this is too much. Okay,
I
I like that we see the dash out. Need to try and make sure they get every round. Good flash.
Running down towards the staircase, but DRN still.
They have a nice cover as well, nice teamwork, nice crossfires. Only a little bit of damage. You're going to see a rebuy of armor for the KO, and that's about it. This was good. Now we get to see. Let's see if we get a gun diff. This is a big round for FENNEL.
Good catch as well on this double flank here from Daiki. Make sure that Len can't create any further pressure on towards site. Curious now, actually, the pacing on this first buy round for FENNEL.
Yeah, so I thought this smoke would start happening on defaults. I think that's a lot. They're just, again, what I was talking about in Pistol, trying to really nullify just the camera and just create pressure with just, again, Viper is really good at creating pressure on set maps. Like this map, Haven, if you want to use it on Haven. Obviously Bind as well at the beginning when you do the just the normal, I don't know, I call it the Nats wall, but I'm not sure it was fast from Nats. You know the wall I'm talking about. Split on A again, yeah, it's just really good for creating pressure across the map and just creating question marks, right? But okay, and now they actually do go in. The camera is so high that it sees feet. Yep, hello. That's a higher camera than normal. Muted House, what's up, dude? 5 months in the Slug Club, appreciate you. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate all the support.
Nice little flash coming through, but Suzu cannot get the kill onto DRN.
What a crazy round this is.
Some trade-offs. It's a 3 versus 2 as they're still trying to move inside the site.
They don't really have the guns for this, but there's 2 people playing close. If they can, if somehow they make the decision to go here, they can win, but you're never gonna.
All Kurumi needs to do is just maybe catch a little bit of information, but Len got on the flank already. Wants to be proactive here.
Yeah, this is secured.
Spot the first in a second.
Nice run from them.
Very, very nice for
They
FENNEL
actually
on the pulse plan, but that conversion towards min
and just from this round alone, this is really good going ahead, right? And this is kind of game plan stuff. So they're blocking the vision off, and they're just creating so much pressure in towards here. The fact that they actually now have gone through this area and won around, every time they do this smoke now on their default, they're constantly going to be worried about here. So this was a really good round. We'll keep an eye to see how many times they start doing the smoke. I thought it would be on their default, but it's looking like they are changing up a little bit.
It's going to change a bit. 3 repelling up towards the home.
Oh, it's fast. It's a fake though.
DRN just under the double doors, and that's going to force the rotate potentially. The calls are coming out, but the spike is still waiting towards B. We're trying.
Wow, this is incredible. They're splitting all the way through B from spawn. This is incredible. It's a shame this didn't work, because this was a really nice idea.
Unfortunately, everybody's losing their duels. And just like that, it's a 5 versus 1. Kurumi stuck in the front of B main. Snakebite on the ground.
It's cool because this wall like this was constantly used for an A split in other games. So you would recognize this wall as an A split when you see it. So everyone would heavily go over towards this side of the wall to fight, when actually you're going like this, and then you're flipping the wall on them. It was a nice idea. This FENNEL team have some ideas for sure.
Very pacey push down tube, but Liquid actually paying a lot of respect to that. They don't risk anything. A lot of this utility burnt up pretty quickly just to even take that deep tube control.
A second delay on that peak. You see the peak at spawn that we just had? A second delay on that, the recon would have scanned, and I think this might be a different round. Yeah, this was cool.
Is that they know they can continue with these duels against their opponents. But just trying to clear out the right angles would be the name.
Okay, eco now.
Try to go for these spawn pushes. In this round, change of pace. A little bit faster for FENNEL.
Hey, nice recon. Similar thing with the recon. Wait. Oh, the timing of that is crazy. Okay, this actually has so much potential if Jet decides to ult.
Now comes out with the blade storm, but it gets denied by Bastarda.
Dude, this round's crazy.
So at least that's the first check mark. Make that even a second one as the numbers
Neon gets the kill now. Neon.
Liquid. 2 players now come out from mid doors. A 1 versus 1 in the back, and that's Festival once again. Coming to the party and getting a headshot onto Daiki. Big hat to come out to find the information on the last 2, and that's Nachi and Naxi moving up the doors finally. Setup's too good now for FENNEL. And Naxi on top of that even gets picked.
Nice round.
What a
nice round
coming out here from FENNEL.
Beautiful crunch towards double doors.
That was a nice
I think Suzu finding that kill with the classic all the way.
Yeah, this is cool.
To default. You see actually the counter peek coming through from the door, but
yeah, the recon was pretty good.
Opportunity at all. So yeah, Bastarda luckily removing the blade storm pretty quickly from Suzu's hands.
The Neon just allows you Neon just allows you to get away or try so much more stuff. Dude, that actually forced them to Nico. Next round though, this is an important round for FENNEL to win, just because next round it's going to be like 10 ults. It's going to be like 10 to 8. About 8 ults up next round. Nice, just carried on moving, making sure that you can get hit.
From the ping in the back of Orange, and Festival's clearing towards the right side of the pyramid. All the support comes through, all the information's there, and she does not get the kill as Bastarda gets the headshot and dashes forward. But that's still period advantage for FENNEL.
This is fun to watch. This is so wild. It's very fast.
It's gonna come head to head against Daiki. I'm pretty sure.
Dude, do you know what, chat? I miss Double Duelist a lot. Double Duelist was crazy.
Ping comes on the minimap as well, so Daiki should clear this angle. Then the timing just slips through her fingers. So an upgrade here.
Uh-oh.
The next on the chopping block.
That's madness to want to swing this.
We don't want to go for the tight angles, and Daiki and Bastarda somehow makes it a 2 versus 1 in favor of Team Liquid.
Oh my god.
Both number being pinged out, so it's a Sova on Sova. Trying to run that clock down. Shock dart on one end, Daiki on the other. They're just going ring around a rosy around these pyramids, but that spike is taken down. It's not going to happen for the defuse.
Good eco though from Liquid. They'll take that damage-wise.
Made it expensive enough.
Another beautiful split through mid. This time as well with the Viper Wall just to complement that, make it a little bit easier. A Festival just going ham through double doors, creating so much chaos Like I said, this player on default on A site just has no opportunity to find a comfortable peak anywhere. Again, I think Liquid talking about potentially leaning towards a more passive hold with Nachi on the Cypher, but they need to actually go toe-to-toe. They need to
Is
dip
the smoke
their toes
again
a little
going
bit
in?
for these opening engagements, because FENNEL just running away with the early round.
Yeah, and pretty crazy that Kurumi had to do a Red Bull clutch to be able to save that round here for FENNEL, but thankfully, the money's still really good here for the attack.
Yeah,
That
chat, I
economy
think
was
some of you are
really damaged
underestimating
at
how
all,
hard
and
it is
they're
to
still
play
going
against
to
a
still be able
style
to take out an
of play that
operator
you're
to
just not
spend.
used to.
I think Bastardo
It is
actually
really
saving
hard.
through here to try and get that operator online.
You know when
Utilizing
Liquid
Blade's
first
storm
went to
here.
Iceland, and it was like the first ever international
See,
LAN,
off of Viper's
we were
play,
really
they'll
lucky that
talk
we
about
were
some
there
change in this
early,
ultimate cycle
for like
for Liquid.
COVID reasons to quarantine, because we managed to practice like all the Brazilian teams and kind of get used to the faster pace.
Festival actually finds Nachi. That's been the problem.
Different play style, like we got wrecked in all practices because we weren't used to this kind of play style. Holy hell, it's fast.
That's an early 5v2, make that only one more to go. Daiki inside this B site. I'm just going to save it there, and I just love this. I just love this right now from FENNEL. We talk about tape here,
They look so
and I feel
good.
that they have the perfect counter to these camera setups on mid against Nachi.
It's the same
Dude,
thing
this would be
once
such
again,
an
like
upset.
Liquid almost being caught off guard.
Festival
and
looks
tested
incredible.
Previously with that recovery factor, constantly having to react to this overwhelming pressure that FENNEL are able to create. The chaos that ensues as well. I mean, Festival actually with the perfect bait, that reveal coming through to mid, actually tagging the opposite player in this. I think it was Kaharu.
The Viper Orb tunnel,
Festival
yeah, it's actually doing
capitalizing
bits.
on that. It's just
I
beautiful to watch.
strongly think that Liquid might need to do
We try and hold
Liquid
on
might
to
have
this
to do a
rifle,
pause.
but this kind of throws the
It,
economy off kills
to
as
me,
well. Talking
to
about
me
Bastardo
personally, the Cypher
holding
is
on
getting
to
zero
some money,
value.
using the Bladestone to try and get
Right,
that
Cypher's really
operator
good
online,
because
and
of this
Susan
camera. You can
sharp
get
to
constant
it.
information over
Prime
towards
Gaming
B
flawless
and
here at
middle.
round
You don't have
7.
to worry about it.
And FENNEL
The fact that it's not getting any information, it's
themselves
getting
one round
nothing.
ahead
I
here.
think the Viper needs to go. Sorry, I want to see the Cypher go to A. Like I'd be calling a pause and get the Cypher towards A.
Because there's just no answer. Previously, Nachi was the problem.
Right, that was so close.
Split that FENNEL were trying to employ and remove so quickly. Not only that, Festival then finds 3 on the round as well.
And not only the first step, getting through the camera, we want to try to see if
Okay,
we can play more
I got my pause
passively
at
for Team
least.
Liquid in the back of
Do
A-halls,
we
and you
see
can't
the
really do it.
Cypher change?
I mean, I noted actually Nachi would be the perfect counter as the best sentinel to have, you know, one person dashing onto site and Neon running it down into site as well. But actually, they're completely navigating a
Mini, it's wild.
They're actually creating pressure.
They're doing Mini. They're doing some wild stuff.
The site holds are going to be so robust.
You'd enjoy the icebox as well if you missed that.
Exactly. Keep in mind that even then, we haven't had too much pressure towards AK if we're on those defaults towards the A side splits.
Yeah.
Once in a while it happens, but if not, it's all on mid.
Noting as well, I think it was DRN and Naxi previously playing A side default where they just don't have a chance.
Yep.
Because there's a 4-man hit through.
Mini,
There's no
to
pressure
kind
coming
of
from B,
summarize
kill
the
that
kind of
contact
crazy
and
stuff
foul.
they're going
And that's
for.
when that
Like
default
first of all, they
player
have a
is
good
really
game
gonna
plan.
struggle.
And like they're blocking, they're using smoke and tunnel to block off the Cypher camera on B, right? So there's constant pressure towards heaven. But I mean, to give you an example of like some of the stuff they're doing, they did the A split wall, like this one here, but then wanted to try go all the way around and split B. Like they're doing some mad stuff.
Find that opening engagement, TP away. They don't have that possibility with this composition.
That is correct.
Okay, Cypher, okay, at least we're changing the camera because it was getting nothing, so we're going a little bit aggro. This isn't eco, so we'll keep an eye on the Cypher to see if they actually start getting some
They're anticipating this pace change.
some
coming out of the
value.
timeout. Beautiful stuff. FENNEL looks as if they got their finger on the pulse here on Breeze.
Controlling
Early
everything so
Viper.
far. There's jump spotting towards the back of the A-halls from Daiki. We have a Viper's pit onto A main, and that is actually a very interesting pit when you have such a low buy for Team Liquid.
The walking tube is 5. Daiki actually giving up the angle here that yes, the trip is here, but again, look at the problems Naxi's going to have.
Yeah.
And Liquid are left wondering. That's why we see the recon dart invested towards bottom mid.
This is crazy. This is also an opportunity for them to play. Exactly. So
There's
might
5 of them
break this
tube.
trip. Okay, they will do so and just try to push forward. And now you play around the Viper's pit, plant behind the pyramids.
I mean, what do you do there if you're Daiki? There's 5 people through tube.
You just take out the KY
30 seconds left.
and then
Good
just
plan.
die.
Good plant. They hold on to
Sure.
Tube. And Viper's super important this round.
Nachi spotted on that cross in Spore
There
as
is
well.
so much potential for...
Okay.
What?
Still's
So
gonna
much
make that
potential for
happen, but
Viper
Suzu's
to secure this round.
still has an angle in the back of the
What's
hole
the
for
timing like?
spawn.
This is actually going to be a hard round. This kills
Gonna be
important.
easy here for Nachi, but at least the hat's going to give a bit of
Nice shot.
information. But we're trying to do these surprise plays off the hat. Not going to work out. Everybody's getting punished. And that is going to be
It felt like a weird situation, but they were kind of in control the whole time. It was nice. This wall made it very easy to hold on to this
FENNEL
position.
Just have the right answers right now. Again, great anticipation coming out of the timeout. They expected.
Okay, here comes the big buy round. I wasn't looking where the Cypher went.
Left a massive.
There's a pause. There's a pause and a Viper all over towards A main, and they go 5 tube. It's so sick. But they have like a set thing around it to go 5 tube. Like they have a wall, and it looked like they've been doing this in practice because they look so comfy. Okay, Cypher's to it. Okay, love this. Love the change up between the Cypher now. Although the camera gets instantly shot, they're actually going to get some value from the Cypher. Because originally they were getting literally no value. So I like the change up from Liquid. Good pause. Definitely worked out what the issue was. And now they're getting some value. Now that Cypher is now just holding down all of this. Nice molly, but they do beat it.
Actually, 2 members stacked on the. Actually, Naxi going to find the opening here onto Kurumi, so definitely going to slow things down.
Or an null come in, but we're trying to swing through, over-committed into that kill. And now we get punished back. Team Liquid falling down to an even situation against against FENNEL.
Yeah, I know they did pick him. It was equal.
Teammates Recon and the enemies one. But that doesn't phase Team Liquid. They still have great position towards the A site, but now we're flipping it towards B, where we also have Festival that could dash it across with the spike on our back.
Bastard is posted up on this, so should find the first. Actually, just a tag. Whether or not FENNEL on the back of that peak are going to commit. Yeah, they are.
Yeah, an ult would have been nice there for sure.
You'll hear all the footsteps. Hunter's Fury coming out on defense.
This is the ult we're talking about.
And that's Daiki already at Archway. But Plant will at least come down. But can Koharu hold towards this B main against Bastarda while we do have the fight from Festival, who does get pinged out by the L drone? And unfortunately, Bastarda does the dance, gets the kill, and then a third into the round onto
Good change up from Liquid though. I like this a lot. Playing more retake on B, and actually getting some use out of the Cypher instead of just it being essentially useless. I wonder if FENNEL wanna even. I mean, let's wait. They're not gonna pause yet.
Even the Hunter's Fury just to seal the deal here. Started finding a crucial kill to Koharu. And onto Festival to close things out. Still looking fired up, and actually still a very close scoreline. Don't let the way these rounds have played out deceive you.
Uh-oh.
FENNEL on a very comfortable 4-round streak, though.
Okay, we're changing up the camera, though. What are we doing?
Finally closed off with that retake by Liquid. Ultimate's fire, this Festival and Len. Well, we see them invested here. Ooh, Starter taking a ton of damage.
Huh.
Small change as well from the defense.
That was nice.
We actually have Nachi's camera all the way up on top mid, just to support double push.
Yeah, I think it actually tagged this person and went round, and then we got a shot off the push here. That was really nice.
Like I said, to shift the focus back towards.
Look at this. We're getting so much more value now from the Cypher. This is great. This is good adaptation.
Kurumi, there you go.
Yeah, we like this.
But still, Team Liquid, they still got the first blood into the round with a battle towards elbow.
Let's say FENNEL do have this poison here, orb once again. Whether or not Daiki's going to commit to this challenge. FENNEL will put 2 up and nest once again. Yeah, Daiki wants to peek this. You can see he wants to try and get onto the edge of bridge here. Take a little off angle.
Oh, why do I feel like...
Oh, okay. The first contact that was,
yeah. Beautiful cross.
But look at this little bait.
What? Festival still found one.
Couldn't react on the second kill, but the
Naxi has to kill one.
Doors 2 on the attack. So can we hold it down on the A site? Nice relay bolt from
Who's this
Festival.
at A main?
Naxi falls, and this all crumbles for Team Liquid. Duran trying to fight back as much as she can, trying to delay as much as she could as the overdrive comes out from Festival.
Oh my.
and shocking her opponent. Moving in towards the A site. 10 seconds left on the clock. We have to move quick. It's a 1v1. It's down on the ground. And Basara still wants to fight it and wins the round and leaves her team Liquid.
This is close, though.
Such a crazy round.
This is real close.
I mean, this crossfire actually getting dismantled is the crazy thing here.
Yeah.
So it looks like the perfect response. I thought potentially Daiki
okay,
was going to swing on,
they're going to change some stuff up.
Just on the edge of bridge there. I'm not even sure actually with the way that Festival and Len are creeping.
Yeah, the knife to take the ult out.
Spotted. I don't know if the shoulder's out of place or what, but they hard cleared it on the edge of that bridge, which is wild.
Thankfully, you have a star player like Bastarda to clutch that round on that 1v1 to allow here Team Liquid to stay alive in this first half.
You see back-to-back actually, Bastarda fired up on the player cam as well. Yeah. And each some of these rounds, right, where they're kind of winning out in raw gunfights, right?
Yep. She kind of had to go for the fight anyway.
Talk about that discussion of moving things back towards mid.
She was if she just decided to run away, it would have ended badly. Would have got a bullet.
Potentially Daiki or DRN.
She did the right thing.
To find that first blood. Problem being, FENNEL is stacked up with like 4 or 5 potentially behind it. I don't think Liquid have really learned about what the default inverted commas looks like for FENNEL.
But even then for FENNEL, since that timeout that came out from Team Liquid, it feels like sometimes they're trying to overplay themselves a little bit where the success came from middle. Now it's just like, hey, let's not take middle as much. And especially with the camera that they got from Nachi that they broke early, there's a chance here to maybe re-hit towards that mid or even split towards his B site.
Big switch up here actually with Naxi heading over towards B site.
Yeah.
Daiki positioned in nest. You see the pings coming through. I think this might be the
got a backup gun.
See exactly what I was talking about.
I love this so much. We get the backup gun for the knives, and it's a judge on attack.
Actually, Festival's stun actually acting as a bit of a deterrent. Second ping comes through from DRN, but no trade-off of damage, actually.
There you go. You have Daiki playing on the top of mid just to try to drone out in that era. Things that it's clear, but we still have Festival lurking around that area. Meanwhile,
okay, this is nice.
A little bit of a camera that spots one towards A main. Yep.
Wait, what a shot.
Spike noted as well.
She has really good aim.
I think spotted the second player. Wise to back away, though. I started very active in this round. Festival's up to
Do you have freedom to throw palmers out?
Spotted two. That's a little wall for the fallback.
I wonder if it's like super warranted.
That we talked about, but that's Naxi playing towards his B main.
I would prefer warnings, but if it's like super warranted, then yeah.
Snake bite on the ground. Suzu trying to move forward with the Blade Storm out. Now here comes the pit on top of that. Kohalu getting the kill, and the Neural Theft is going to spot all the rest of the defenders, which will allow FENNEL to reposition
this
inside
half
the
had
site
some
and try
shots
to
in
fight
it.
back. But Bastarda answers the call. And a player disadvantage going out
Suzu
for FENNEL.
has the judge in this ult, if need be. Ah, you're crazy.
Try to go for it. Play.
Oh! Holy hell, 1v3 in the end, manages to win it out. Chat, they have 6 rounds on attack.
That is insane.
They do have double duelists though, but they also have the Cypher. They also have a relatively good defense comp. Maybe the Neon will be interesting.
And it was on the back of the toxic cooldown. So no possibility to stop FENNEL.
At least they both went out together.
Like I said, finding that second kill allowed her to reset. Beautiful stuff from Len.
That is still crazy, though. It's a Vandal and a Judge in a Viper's Pit, where usually the plays stay in there, decay your opponents, and then just
they
judge
just look
them,
so happy all the time. It's great.
Just to get the kills. That is some confidence going into that round. And a big win for FENNEL to take the lead by 1. And this also a broken economy for Team Liquid. Forced to play a Blade Storm. DRN has nothing but a Sheriff, and Festival's already moving into the A site.
Festival's just creating even more pressure.
Woo!
Damn, the confidence is... Who is this on site? Good luck.
Now, like I said, isolated here on default.
Chat, they're going to get 7.
Punished for it.
But in these moments are when TL can shine,
didn't I?
these retakes somehow making the impossible situations possible. Suzu, though, bring the chances back in favor of FENNEL, but not until Bastarda gets the headshot on that Blade Storm. Only one more player to go, and that's exactly what we were talking about. Kurumi
Holy hell.
Go for it, clutch, does get that nice headshot onto Bastarda.
So many good shots.
Now it's up to her against Nachi. Jump spotted now towards yellow. A little bit of a tag. Hunter's Fury available for Kurumi. 2 shock darts, but looking for opponent. And her opponent stands
Oh
still,
my.
comes up with a flick in the headshot. And
Okay,
that's gonna
I'll
be
take the
Najee
curse on
coming
that one.
for the defuse. And with this
6-6.
third map,
What a
we've
sick half
tied
though.
it
That
up
was so
6-6.
fun.
It's still crazy to me that this ends as 6-6, with FENNEL really taking the fight to Liquid here. Somehow able to weather the storm and come out at an even half. Another fantastic round from Bastard.
Jet Neon defense, yeah.
So quick
What is
passive,
gonna
and
happen?
even here, ahead of the spike plant, wants to find the kill on net, weaken that post plant hold, and Natty to close things out. Great shot from
But you
Kurumi
have
as
you
well
have
as
a
Bastard.
Yeah.
Ahead of
'cause
that neural
even if
theft
you go
pocket.
aggro somewhere, you're pushing them into a
Frustration here, yeah, but a fantastic
like it's
half
weird.
from
You're
FENNEL.
pushing them into
How do you close
Viper
this
and a
out? But before we
Cypher.
close it into
So you
the
kind of
next
just
half,
want to
let's
straight
bring it
up
back to
duel
the
them.
desk to
I
see
don't
what
know.
they have to say.
It has some potential. Let's see what they give us.
Again, we are being treated to another fantastic game between Team Liquid and FENNEL, and I expect nothing less here at this point. And on Breeze of all maps, color me surprised. But anyway, Kukuka, let's talk about this, because I mean, really, the hits started coming right at the beginning of this game.
First of all, I have to say, Festival is playing a different game. I am so invested in this match, but I wanted to take a look at this pistol round, and we're going to take a look at the map because we look at the
this is
setup
nice.
that Team Liquid brings,
Can we
knowing
draw
that
on
they're
this?
playing against the Neon and against the Jet. Look at the Cypher with the camera and the Tripwire protecting there, knowing also that they can look with the camera, that they have to have control over mid. The KO throw in that 0 point that is indestructible and would give the information onto A, and also keeping control on tube. Mid is going to be
This
sold
was so
out, but
nice.
definitely they knew that they were going against this composition, and they prepared everything to secure that first round, especially shutting down that first super fast aggression that could come perfectly from that double duelist.
Yeah, I mean, that double duelist really is something else, but Festival on this Neon has been doing God's work. Like you said, she's playing a different game.
Executes that
Seriously.
that they're doing on A, I'm still mind blown.
Yeah, I mean, going into their defense
decent.
side, this Neon is going to be super, super interesting. Obviously, when you do have a Neon and a Jet and double
Can't believe how
duelist,
crazy the
you kind of
strats are this
expect them to
tournament.
put
Yeah,
pressure
it's actually
towards the mid,
every.
kinda
It
taking
feels
back
like
some of
every
the
best
space
of
that they know
3
they
we're
might be
getting
able to lose with
we're
that
getting
utility.
some
But
some
going
madness.
forward, like,
It's
Team
nice. Do you
Liquid
know what?
can kind of
Do you know
fade
what's
out that
nice?
stuff, because
Having
the
a
thing
big
about
break
Neon
before
is
events are kind
if
of
she's played
unreal.
right, her B
Like
retakes
a big
are
break before
insane,
events,
because she
so that people can
completely
change all
sum
their
out
stuff
that
up.
entire backside.
I really
And if
think
their
it
team is
it
playing
makes tournaments
offsite, like you said before, they
so
have
fun
the
to
walls,
watch.
They have the smokes, they have the other wall, they have the
Just
cages.
give teams
Like,
loads
it's
of time to
impossible play
create
close
some
time
stuff.
against this comp. So Team Liquid really have to work on baiting this kind of util out, especially on the Neon. And if they're putting pressure towards one side, being able to react in a way that will deny them from any of those early picks, for sure.
Yeah, it's really just been a beautiful game to watch, and I'm excited for the second half. We need more, so let's send it back over to Vansili and Hypok. Hope you get your celebration ready, Mike.
You wanted more, you got more. The second half about to start things off, and it's a clean slate from everything that happened for the first map until now. And it all comes down to potentially this second half, or maybe we'll see OT because it's so close.
Yeah, I mean, interesting stat here though. Liquid 5-0 on decided maps in 2022.
Okay, here we go.
The big question actually just to come back to Athena. Actually, what she mentioned on the
Straight
desk
up
here,
B
this
hit, no one in
composition, they
B,
need to have
so they're gonna
something
get
cooked up
sight
to
for
make it
free.
work, right? The concern always being, especially on Breeze, right, is making this double duelist hyper aggressive
Recon
composition
goes out.
work on defense.
What is the
Actually,
retake like?
Liquid have found themselves a wide open B site here, so going to test that.
Sight hit looked
retake
nice
of
though.
Neon
Like it looked like
immediately
a
with pistol.
I think I'm gonna have to
looked like a good
stretch my muscle
pistol.
jaws because I feel
They used
this
a
is
lot
gonna
of
be very
util to
explosive.
get
I
onto
have
the site where there was
Hurricane
no
here
one.
onto
We have
FENNEL. Spike
2
goes
shock
down.
darts, so
We
only
have
bit of
great
util.
positions at least for the pulse plant, but there's no snake bites. to
Recon
work
and
from
knife
Maxi.
might come up at one point.
See, actually, 2 members, 3 members technically committed towards site here. Actually,
Oh, that's
Suzu going to
unlucky.
find the first Daiki on a wild
They're holding
jump.
on to the main spot.
Ara's found another one as well. No answer back from Liquid just yet.
Oi,
Okay, well, through
what?
the toxic screen does get one, and now the numbers are coming back in favor
DRN
of Team
found
Liquid.
2.
It's a 2 versus 2.
Wow.
Make that a 1 versus 1. DRN versus Suzu, but Suzu's low in HP.
This is such a
Thankfully,
big
she does have
1-on-1.
the Sheriff to work with, and it's up against the Ghost.
Damn, nice
And
pistol.
DRN gets a 4th
Really
kill
nice
into the
pistol.
round, and that's the second pistol round into this map for Team Liquid.
And
Suzu
the
getting
plant
tagged
also,
up
so
earlier,
that's
only
5.
needed
That's 5.
another shot or 2 from DRN
Just needs to
close
get
things out,
2
but I
kills
thought
here and
just for a
ult for the
moment
next
there,
round.
the
They
timing
can
was
snowball
gonna
this pretty
slip through
well.
her fingers.
It's really nice when
Liquid
one
though,
player gets a lot of kills on
first
a
ball of the
pistol,
second half.
and then you can just like purposely
Again,
snowball them
actually,
into the
I'd
next
say
round.
There was no response from Liquid
Right,
just
you
yet,
can
but
get a
DRN
kill,
finds these 2
plant,
kills,
have the
and then
ult into the next round for the
resets
bonus,
the
and it's a
first.
KO. It's like it's a really
This is the
strong
problem,
ult.
right? 'Cause Suzu in this scenario,
They're
Sheriff
Liquid in a
and
really
I
good
don't think the
position.
dash was even available here ahead of the suppress. Makes it very difficult to recover that. And again, Liquid have found themselves a wide open B site. FENNEL anticipating the switch up in round 2, but just not there. Whether or not Liquid are just going to look to pile the pressure onto B site.
Okay, and KO gets the plant. They should let the KO farm this a little bit. They should wall down and let the KO duel, in my opinion.
Towards this wall of the B site. And let's see how that's going to come into play. There you go, already broken. Not going to do much. Allowing now FENNEL to walk back down towards their opponent's toxic screen. Not going to be able to do too much at this point. After Bastarda spots the first contact, everybody just swings out.
Should just leave it for the KO.
That you wanted to do from FENNEL actually just funnels into their death.
Pinged out as well. Suzu down to 30 HP. Once again, just a pistol finds a headshot, but Daiki.
Okay, well, maybe they can get the orb. The good thing at least is that this orb is super easy to get. So they could just, there's potential if they want to just knife this, get the orb, and then hit a site.
Going to be carried across, so no concerns if Liquid want to look for a ranged engagement here on the bonus. Started with some
and then the question is, do FENNEL have anything to shut down? Do FENNEL have anything to shut down the A orb? And do they want to use? Do they want to use it into? Are they going to just carry on B hitting until they win, until they lose, and then just save the KO ult for? Okay, it's interesting. Going to just save the KO ult for the buy rounds. They've had literally the easiest route into B every single time, so this makes a lot of sense for the bonus. That's now the ult for the after plant if you want it, so they have no util to retake. This could be good. Drone's going out, good time to use it. Damn, this is nice. This has worked out well. Just comes down to aim drills.
Actually, a second, a third comes through.
It is overwhelming indeed. Only 2 more to go to take down if FENNEL wants
a
to
nice
win this
instant
round.
overwhelm.
Daiki on a 3 versus 1. Drops
The
the
HPs.
first shot close. No damage. Circles around the other end, but Led was there
that
to protect.
was such an important
They
shot.
stopped the bleeding. Festival at 2 HP, but they still managed to get the round.
Good damage once again here, but the problem being...
Dude, that shock dart was a little bit to the right. That's different.
Very early on here, Liquid are almost conditioning FENNEL to put a little more focus towards B side, right?
Yeah.
About Kaharu being caught off guard, being forced...
Yeah, the double was on. I thought it might just hit one here.
Use of Daiki's utility to try and deal with these close tripwires, so
The
that
pressure to hit that
create a
shot
little
was
bit of space with Bastardi.
it's big.
Unfortunately, not finding a kill off anything. I mean, Kaharu's completely overwhelmed. There's no point going 1 for 1 at that point.
Okay, straight in.
Retake pays off. You see here the problem being is 3 classics to offset these 2 rifles.
2 heroes.
FENNEL don't want to allow their economy off kilter, but
Okay, so even though they won this, so even though they won the round, they are basically ecoing to make sure that they have a buy in the next round. So they keep the 2 guns that they saved, and they decide to just eco for everyone else that dies, just because they feel like they're gonna have the worst buy.
Bastarda now gets the headshot into Kaharu. It allows them to maybe go for a fake to split into the B site while the rest of Team Liquid are still holding towards Cave, being very cautious.
She is creating mayhem.
Drone, doing whatever they can. But this seems to be another easy site to take. The battle coming up towards middle. As Bastarda is under heavy attack. Kurumi somehow manages to get the kill onto Nachi behind Bastarda, who is there for support. Here comes another duel.
Dude, she wins every single duel on Breeze. Actually, every single duel.
It's just Suzu now with this blade storm that they worked so hard to get at the start of this round. Get a little upgrade here potentially with the Vandal, but 3 more to find here. It's going to happen. Daiki will seal the deal here. 9-7 for Liquid. Seeing Bastardi almost creating a little bit of FENNEL-like chaos here, getting all the way down into Tube. FENNEL kind of left wandering exactly where the rest of Liquid are positioned. So this was with FENNEL bringing in
crazy
into this just to make sure they can buy in the next. Decent progress here towards some of these ultimates as well.
Okay, another buy round now. Let's see what they do for this. But again, they did just eco after losing that round, so they were kind of fine with losing this round.
This is ultimately for FENNEL to keep things interesting here in the second half, and potential in this round for Liquid to really apply the pressure in terms of the finances. This will be double digits and arguably should be round 11 as well if they can close this out.
Yeah, definitely. The first one to get double digits will probably get that confidence to try to close this game. Team Liquid are only one away. Meanwhile, as you look at the defense from FENNEL, they have added so much pressure towards this mid. Suzu currently waiting while Team Liquid are still holding a very, very slow spawn, expecting these pushes, trying to punish FENNEL. So now the angle comes back in favor of Suzu on by the castle. Back with Bastarda, spotting one player, one opponent inside the A halls, and finally Team Liquid are looking to explode.
Do they just find to just retake all the time?
Still 3 to
Can
though.
we get
It's
it?
a deep hold,
Whoa.
yes, but we're not going to rely on maybe
Oh, it's a little bit of an early
a little bit
recon, but
utility towards
it's still
default.
fine.
Festival,
Yeah, this
meanwhile,
is nice.
slipped the net.
This is really
All the way
nice.
down tube, and there's no
Holy hell,
utility to
she's
stop
here
this fight
so
coming through
fast.
cave
Chat,
whatsoever.
this has mad
Liquid need
potential.
to have their heads on a swivel. Nobody on site needs to challenge until Festival makes a move here, and that's going to be it. Naxi will fall. That's the Viper will remove.
Oh my god! 2 headshots on the Duran and Bastarda.
Oh, that was
finally gets
sick.
stopped by Daiki. We're fighting back and she's all alone towards the A cave and gets another one as Len opens the door. Surprise! As she comes knocking.
That's winnable as well.
To get this one into this
Oh,
A
okay, I
side,
didn't look
but
him in there.
Suzu's
Oh
there
my
on the flank.
God!
Damn, what a nice,
What
what
was
a
that
nice
from
round.
Festival?
Oh.
You think maybe 1 or 2, but lining up onto default there, no hesitation
Yeah,
whatsoever.
the instant decision making is really
what
nice.
a map she's having.
I was just gonna say, like, okay, a backstab, being able to get the kill into Viper, no snake bites available. This happens.
Oh,
I mean,
it's so
the great
fast.
thing is, like I said, nobody on site needs to move until Festival actually pulls the trigger.
Yep.
And it just so happens it's 3 for Festival in the backlines. Like I said, the worst one to fall first is Naxi, right? That Viper wall is removed. There's no real safety net on site. Liquid looking to up the pace a little bit here. No secrets about this initial A presence. Festival once again looking to get into the backlines.
Dude,
This time around the wrong
fast.
side of that Cypher
There is a
until
camera
it's
here, so when this trip breaks, they're going to get info anyway.
be your
But the
job.
Cypher's kind of
Try to
in the
break
middle,
the
so they can't
utility.
actually check this.
So here's the camera, and
Ooh,
Naxi
that
gets
was a
the
big
first
kill.
Hunter's Fury to come out, but
Hunter's
Suzu's
Fury
also
tag 2.
spotted on that flank, thankfully, from Nachi's camera, was looking to reflank towards mid. Decides differently, falling back into the A side. Play your numbers, play the pulse plan. Doors opening as 2 players are now spotted under
Dude,
the
in a
bridge.
rough spot.
Bastarda still being the main
Ah,
point,
nice.
communicating all of this to her teammates. And Suzu comes from behind, does get the headshot, and is now moving forward. We're trying to battle back towards the headshot angle, towards the rail. Another one onto DRN. The smoke will dissipate, couldn't get the flick. A 2 versus 1. Daiki at 5 HP. As that clock is ticking down, Len is just on the left side of the pyramid, looking to stick it, but about to get turned around from
Wow,
behind.
crazy,
And
crazy,
that's
crazy.
Naxi to get the round. And that's Team Liquid, the first to get double digits.
Liquid not letting it get to their heads. A confident push onto A site, but the finances starting to dwindle with how the last few
Yeah,
rounds have
they
played out.
might. I think they're going to
Have
buy
the
this still,
advantage
and
in
then
terms
this
of this
becomes pretty much the round that,
But FENNEL
not decided,
giving
but
up,
probably
man.
the biggest round of this half.
not going quietly, still looking to go toe-to-toe with Liquid. See, actually, Len does have that Viper's Pit available now. Be able to potentially muster together a purchase around that if they do want
Yeah, I think this is worth a
maybe
timeout.
force a
It's
judge into it, problem being Suzu.
there's like
off
3 that can
in
buy,
terms of the
basically.
Blade Storm. And Liquid just have so much to throw at this.
Exactly. So many ultimates.
Yeah.
FENNEL has 2, yes, but also you saw the economy before it went to the timeout.
I mean, even an Orb and a Plant will get DRN and the Null Command as well. It'll be the full house. And this is tricky as well. We were talking about the situation previously with the potential for a snowball round, right? This could be 11 if FENNEL want to let this one slip, and then that margin for error decreases once again. Problem being, it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be a Judge and a Spectre to offset a couple of rifles. Festival, obviously, not having the ultimate available either.
Yeah. Used it on that previous round just to try to clear and get the flank into cave, and couldn't get much value out of it as Naxi was watching.
Okay, what are they
going
going to change up?
A
Lot of ults,
They actually did get that huge
So this
flank
is a
from
hard round
Festival.
to...
We actually looked
Okay, another
much
eco.
quicker to make
They're
sure
accepting
no
that
flank was
most
coming
likely it's
across
going to
here from
be
FENNEL.
A second
11-8.
body as well. Daiki actually
Yes.
comes all the way back to make
Yes.
sure that it's kind of we can play trades.
Yep.
You know, worst
gonna be a
case
Jordan
scenario
Chupa.
is it's a trade.
Well, Bastarda wants to
Festival
watch
gets a
this.
kill.
Moving
Got here
towards
so
the
early.
halls, an off angle on
They
the other
opened the
end.
door?
Festival,
No
Bananzi was
way.
looking to go for the
Festival
swing. But as
should
now a couple
be...
of pings come out, the dash comes through, but it's still
Oh,
gonna
this
be
is
the
crazy.
pistols. This broken buy from FENNEL with only 2 Sheriffs and now a salvage.
Beanstalks, thank you so much,
FENNEL,
dude,
I
with the
think
prime.
that with 3
Appreciate it. 4
Sheriffs.
months.
This is looking good.
Thank you, thank you. Appreciate you.
Naxi looking to
Dude,
try
if
and
if I was
find
Festival here,
Naxi's already
I'm
noted the
so
fact
annoyed
one of
that someone opened the
tripwires
door.
was activated. There's going to be 2 members of FENNEL.
Got there
Rookie
so
pushed all
early.
the way through Tube. Spycam going to spot it out. Great use of utility.
Liquid don't have
Tripwire
much
as well,
map
so Naxi will know 2 on
control.
flank.
The longer this... If Sovita stays alive,
The rotate goes back towards mid.
it means that everyone can get so much
Rumi
space.
has to create some pressure in the
This is the
back lines.
Viper outside of the
This ball's
Viper
about
ult.
to come down, and that's gonna be 2 players. Perfect trade for FENNEL, and the hat's gonna come out to spot the last 2. We're just gonna try to stick it.
Nice smoke.
No time to get into position for the
Oh my god.
Fury. We can actually just stick it.
Holy hell. Actually stuck it. Nice smoke to make sure they could do it as well. Good cover. What a nice round by them. Good pause. Good plan came into this. Nice bait. Nice shutdown in tube as well.
And a big investment
That's
as
a
well.
crazy one.
Naxi caught off guard with a beautifully timed double peek. There's actually as well Len and Kurumi finding 2 kills that
Dude, the
absolutely
Viper
shouldn't
going
have
out of the
I just
Viper
wanna know
ult
what happens here.
maybe
Look at the
cost
X-ray of
them.
what well, this is just before. She's already behind the
2
wall
ults used into this.
safely to be able to
Chat,
activate the
chat,
Hunter's
chat,
Fury.
chat,
It looked
chat.
like she was trying to
They
rotate
ecoed.
back.
They
I'm not
won
sure
the
where the dart
rounds.
ended up, 'cause the
And there
dart
were
was sent to
3
backside. I'm not
ults.
sure if that was intended to scan default, and it did.
And it forces them onto
But a
eco.
major oversight.
That's
from Liquid in
so...
that post plant.
That is...
Fortunately, some spaghetti. And that will put now
Chat, I
Team
can't even
Liquid
express how big that round was.
with the hero rifle onto Bastarda, and
They do get
pistols
out
for the
onto
rest.
site,
No
though.
command available off a pulse plan if they want to.
It makes sense that she has the
Gain control
hero gun.
towards this A side for Team
She's
Liquid.
just been winning
Some
every duel.
opposition from FENNEL at the staircase, at the door. The Owl drone looking for some information, and finally we have the plant coming down.
Taking a long time to get that plant down, but no challenge from FENNEL. They want to make sure all this util's burnt up. Liquid don't have the advantage just yet. Festival gonna find Nachi though. DRN gonna be isolated here on default.
Exactly, the recon spotted too. We know one's at bricks. Oh, she's hiding just behind it. Couldn't get the flank onto Bastarda.
It's crazy.
But meanwhile, we have
We got
lost
some
the player
lineups for
towards our
this,
right
or
side pyramid where DRN was isolated.
Surely not again. Okay, initially the tap comes through. I think maybe a snake bite.
yeah,
landing
there is
here.
some
Yes,
lineups.
Naxi gets the kill.
We got lineups and smoke here.
Now the diffuser's killed. Nobody else is on it. Somebody else has a
Oh,
second, but
the
it doesn't
lineups
work.
actually
The
owns them.
utility
The after
of
plant
the lower
lineups
blind
coming in clutch.
of Naxi
Okay,
saves
so
it
they
for
win
Team
one
Liquid.
back for
And
the
they employ it
50s.
in the
Chat,
50
what is
round.
this?
And
It's
FENNEL
just
wanna
retake
they kind of
simulator,
wanna
just
respect
every
it,
single
right?
round.
They want to kind of avoid any nonsense with dying to pistols, you know, run into a judge, a spectre, creating a close combat engagement. But the perfect round to pull this out. And rely on the snake bites from deep. I was saying, surely not again that they get this Viper spell up and just stick the defuse, but the snake bites pay off.
One of those moments where it didn't seem like FENNEL had somebody that wanted to try to work back on the flank, and they paid the price for that.
Oh, they're
Team
gonna...
Liquid now up at 11,
Dude, that's a...
looking to change the pace and work back towards this B site, where they also have found some success.
Smoker goes a
on some
little bit
explosive
further
hits towards
than
this B
normal.
site.
We get lots of sound cues though here.
But it's a create pressure that you can luck out,
Whether or not Liquid
and
are
you're
gonna try
taking
and
good damage, and then you have further to go
forward
through
here,
the
cut
choke point.
noise.
Yeah, it's not the worst.
Aldrone actually going to come back and try and catch.
But I would say that if you want to
rotation
rush,
against
it's going to
only
do
Naxi,
less
Not
damage.
necessarily a big indicator. But she's still
There's nice
lurking
info.
outside B. That'll confirm it though with best
Yeah, full stack.
Might even keep all 4 members committed.
I mean, they do have only a pistol round, right? Try to play your numbers advantage inside the
You
site,
reckon they
try
wanted to get
gamble
the
it
jet
once again. You have a
ult?
camera trip
Yeah, that
set
probably
up
makes
towards
sense.
the A site. And that's going to help you get that information. Here comes a null come in, so we want to play it very safely for DRN. And it allows for
Good
a
stack
from
here.
Team Liquid into this B site. Everything gets opened up.
Nice
little
flash.
flash coming through, and Festival is just trying to fight back with Koharu. That's only going to be one left. To no avail,
'Kay.
just like that. Team Liquid are now
Three
at series
three
point.
chances to close this out.
Diligent
Dude, this
showed
has
all the way
been
through here, and actually not afraid to
so
use
much
an
closer than I
ultimate,
thought this would be.
removing that Viper wall and really that safety net that
They
allows
get a
FENNEL
full
to stack
buyout
up
here.
and
Just gonna use
prevent any
ult.
progress towards site. Now FENNEL backs against the wall. Koharu, Suzu, ultimates available. Liquid, we were talking about having a full house just a couple of rounds ago.
Colorblind sided, what's up, dude? Thank you so much. 4 months in the Slug Club. Using your Prime on me. Thank you, dude. Appreciate it. Okay, 3 chances like we said. Just straight up sight hits. Playing retake over towards B. Heavy stack over towards A. Cypher util setup. Jet's about to clear out all of this. Drone goes out, knife goes in and only hits 1, I'm pretty sure, which is the Jet on site. Cypher can kill a few here on site. Oh, Cypher goes down on site, this might be it.
And we're just pushing through. Oh, a save from Kurumi, though, to allow her teammate Len to stay alive under the bridge. And this flank is now going to be important. Daiki looking to fight back. It's a Blade Storm out in the hands of Suzu, playing the off angle. Doesn't know if Suzu already crossed over. Nice jiggle peek. Oh, and the updraft through, but it's swatted like Duck Hunt. Fast starter now inside the site. Only one more to go.
Nice from Liquid. I was impressed with FENNEL. Actually felt like they had so much cool stuff, and Liquid did struggle with it.
What a crazy decider here. FENNEL still putting up a fight, and honestly,
dude, now they got to play another best of 3.
Honestly, completely defying expectations.
This was a long one.
And putting up a brilliant performance. Some of these individuals for FENNEL, Festival in particular here on the final map, Suzu and Festival on map 2.
Liquid lose to Shopify. I think yeah, if I had to say who looked better, obviously I would say Shopify. But I do think that Liquid will have a better chance of playing against a more like traditional play style. Like I said earlier, it can be